Do you really think size matters? Even when playing with yourself? I can assure you, it doesn't matter. Especially when it comes to playing with your copy of Bristol 1350. It's a game about trying to avoid catching the bubonic plague, Black Death, a cough, big cough. I almost f***ing had that one! Going again, motherfucker. And a quick question before we get into today's video. Do you believe size... Believe? Okay, get this one right, goddammit. Alright. Why is my hair doing that now? Stop it. Hi, I'm Honest Krow, and this is Solo Krow. And before we get into today's game, I'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you think size matters? Even when playing with yourself? I can promise you, size never matters. Especially when you're playing with your copy of Bristol 1350. It's a small board game that consists around the concept of catching or avoid catching the bubonic plague, the Black Death, the big cough. So, let's get into the solo mode of this. Grab yourself a mask and a little bit of sanitizer as we play Bristol 1350. Damn it. Uh-oh. Okay, so we got the board all set up here in more or less fashion. Let's see, so we're going to be playing with the, for the solo mode, we're going to be playing with ghost players. Basically, they only operate in certain ways. Basically, a quick rundown. Whatever cart is in the lead that isn't their own, they will roll one die. And if it's an apple, then they have to move. If it's a rat, they stay put. So either they're elbowing, they're pushing, or they're dashing their way to the front of the cart. But more or less, they're just going to be elbowing up and pushing people off. So we got to be careful of that. And at the same time, they don't play remedy cards or anything like that. And normally, once you catch the plague in the game, you're done in the game. You're basically a plague, and your whole point is to not let anyone who doesn't have the plague get out. So you pretty much want to win it for the plague. Where in this case, you don't want the plague, of course, in any game. But in this case, I don't know if they had the plague. The only way we're going to know is when they get out. And when and if they get out, if they have 6 or more on their cards, they have the plague and they lose. As for me, anytime I catch the plague and anytime in the game, I automatically lose. So I got to get out of Bristol clean. Like 100% clean. Anybody in my cart has to be clean. Myself alone has to be clean. So, let's see what happens. As we play Bristol 1350. Now, what I'm doing right now, this is the bag that comes with it. You're basically randomizing the characters. You're going to fill in from the birch to the cedar to the oak. And then you go back to the birch and so on. So this one's going to have 2 players in it. It's going to have 1 and it's going to have 1. So, these are the players' pieces. They're going to go right into the bags. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Get my big digits in there. I know I got fat sausage fingers. And the one going first is going to be, the Chandler. This one right here. So, when the game starts, she's going to be going first, and it's going to be going clockwise around. And every round, whoever's in the lead, it will start the round and just continue that way. So next, we're going to go with... I'm sorry, before I said, fill down there, but you just, fill in there, and then you put the last 2 in there. So, basically, it's going to be orange, which is the outlaw, which is me. And the white one, which is the barmaid. And the last one is obviously going to be the green one, which is the ghost player of the Mason. Okay, now we do a quick starting roll. Roll these bones. So basically starting off with this motif here. Okay, so starting off with 3 red, 2 gray, and 1 white. Now if we were in play order, of course it would be like that, but it really doesn't matter. So, Chandler will be going first. Because she's in the lead card, the second or third card and everything would be closest to the lead. would probably be the one in the cedar cart. So she would take an apple from the cedar cart, roll that one, and it is now a rat. If you have 2 or more rats in your color, you're going to be forced to mingle, and this is how you catch the plague. Now, I realized something I forgot to do. I'm not perfect. Symptom cards. We got to know who has what. So for them, we're not going to know. So for them, we're just going to simply go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's theirs. Whoopsie. Obvious signs I'm not a professional. Now, you notice here, by the way, I have these cards out. These are the Bubos cards, or the 4s. These are not put into there until after you draw the symptom cards. So, if I have 2 3s, then I have to switch them up, which I will be playing up here, so you can see what I have at all times. So I have a 3 and a 1, no plague. So I can go ahead and continue in. So, you don't start off with the plague. You gotta earn it. Sounds weird to say that, doesn't it? I want to get a good mix here. Here we go. So now we're good. Okay, so Chandler took her turn, so now we go to the barmaid. Barmaid will have to roll this one because the white card is technically always in the front if they're tied. So she rolled the gray apple. Now, because she rolled a gray apple, she's going to get to move, and she will move to the back of the birch cart. So now we got 3 people in the birch cart, 0 people in the cedar cart, and the mason alone in the oak cart. It is my turn. Now, as a player, I get 3 options. I can either roll 2 dice, play a remedy card, which I forgot to draw 2 of. My bad. Oh my goodness me. Ugh. You can have no more than 3 cards, though. I can draw a remedy card, or I can choose to move. So right now, I'm in the cart with them. Nobody has the plague right now, so I'm not worried about it. But I want to be in a cart that moves. So what I'm going to do is I want to be in the cart that moves. And I don't want them mingling right now, but I don't care if the red were to mingle. No one's in the red cart right now. So the mason would be forced to roll for the red cart on the next roll. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll these 2 dice. And it's an apple and a rat. Okay. So at least not too terrible, I guess. I mean, we're not going to go anywhere, but... Alright, so then he would go ahead and roll his, and he would have to roll which is one of these ones. And it rolls a rat. Okay. So here's the situation we had now. Everyone's had their turn. They all went around the board. So now, we do the effects. First, you do the mingles. In this case, the oak cart, because they have 2 or more rats, are going to mingle. So the mason is going to take his 2 symptom cards, put them here on the oak. Now, any other ones you would do as well, but oak's the only one. So we take 1 symptom card from the deck, put it into the symptom cards, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Pick 2 cards, give them back. This one will go up here to the discard pile. Sorry, trying to keep that in lock here. So that's going to be discarded symptoms, and right next here is going to be my discarded remedies. Regarded? Okay, so we did that. Now we do the movements. In the movement, we start from the birch, 0. Cedar cart moves 2, so it moves up 2 spots. And then you got the oak cart, which is going to go 4. They're numbered, so it's easy just to go. Boop, 4. You know what? Here, like a coffin, laying there. Chill. So he's in that cart now. So the new movement will start with the mason since he is further in the lead. So you give these a quick roll and throw it on the floor. It's handy. Okay, so we have in the setup roll. It's hard to see there. Let's just put it right here. Just move them later on. All right. I'm getting an angle that works here. All right, so we got 2 white, 2 red, and 1 gray. So he's going to choose whichever one's the second place, which is going to be the cedar cart. Oops, missed one here. So it's going to be the cedar cart. We'll be rolling an apple. And it is a rat. It is a gray rat. So, he rolled a rat, so he doesn't move, and there's nobody to push or anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now it goes from the Mason, goes to the Chandler, who's going to roll also the cedar cart die, and it is another red. So it's going to go back into the pile there. And then it's going to go to the barmaid, who was also rolling that one. And it's again a red. Oh my god, with the red apple. Nah. Okay, so now it goes to my turn. Now I do have some actions I could do here for my remedies. Or I can just go ahead and draw a remedy. But I actually would like to move here. Get out of Bristol. So I'm just going to go ahead and risk rolling 2 dice. Yeah. Okay, so that gives me a little bit of a headache problem, but not too bad, I guess. Essentially what I just did was, I made us mingle. That's great. Well, I'm going to be moving either way. So what we got to do now is we're going to take the symptom cards. Of each person in the white cart, or the birch cart, which is going to be the barmaid, is going to be the Chandler, and myself. This may be a quick video. Now we got to add in the mingle. So now we just take the cards, mix them up, mix them up, mix them up. Okay, so now we do 2 to the Chandler, 2 to the barmaid, and 2 for me. Let's see if I'm already out of the game. Nope. But it's a 5, and it's close. So, I'm still good. But now, I'm a little leery of my fellow passengers. I may have to get out of Dodge here soon. So now we go ahead with the movement, since we're going to go ahead and go 4. And he's going to go 2. The cedar cart's not going to move. So now it gets interesting, because now there's some movement to be made here. And by the way, the barmaid, I forgot also. Does that. Because she rolled an apple. I forgot about that. So, she moves forward. I forgot to move her. Okay. So now we go back to the Mason because he is still in the lead. So he's going to roll his die. And we got 3 apples in the white cart, 2 in the red, and 1 in the gray. Now the one that behind him is the birch cart, so he's going to roll one of the white apples. It's still a white apple, so he doesn't move, he can't jump, he can't do nothing, so he's good. So now we move on to the Mason went, and then it goes on to the Chandler. Now the Chandler is going to also roll the gray cart, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, gray cart, which is going to give it a red rat. Rat, she don't move. So go to the barmaid. Barmaid is going to roll. Next one would be the cedar cart. Well, because they can't roll their own, so they have to roll that one. And it's a white rat. Well, this is only one white rat. And again, she doesn't get to move. So that comes to me. Now, for me, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to play one of my... no, you know what? I kind of like where I'm at right now. I'm going to dash to the front. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dash to the front. And if they tried to munch me or anything, I'll just whip them back. Whip is an ability to keep them from elbowing, dashing, or pushing. So, I used my movement. And it goes to the Mason where I had his. So, there you go. Now we move. The red cart's going to be pulling right behind me, and we're going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the reason why I ignored these is because nobody's in the cedar cart, there's no one to mingle, and we didn't get a mingle at all, so we can just move straight ahead. Now, with that movement, I am now in the lead, so I will get the first movement. So we will roll. And we have 4 gray, and the 2 red. Now I have an option. He's going to end up mingling. He's also probably going to end up moving into my cart. So I don't know what I want to do here. I'm just going to pull a remedy card. I can have up to 3, and I'm going to pull another one. Ooh, crushed emeralds. And leeches. I like that one. I like that one. So I drew my remedy, so now it's going to go to the mason, who's going to roll any white, which there is no white, so he has to roll this one. Or no, he can't roll that one. That's his own. Sorry. He has to roll the red one. Which he gets a rat on us, you prick. Because it's a rat, he don't move, though. That's kind of good. But now it goes to the Chandler. Chandler is going to roll one of these ones. So she got a white rat, but she's not going to move. Then it goes on to the bridesmaids. Barmaid, who's also going to roll this apple. It's going to give us another rat for the white birch cart. Oh boy. This woman. Have to mingle in the birch cart. There is a mingle in the oak cart. This is where you take his oak cart. Take a symptom of each. Drop it, drop it. Let's mix them up. Oh boy. Oh, de boy, de boy, de boy, de boy. Yeesh. Okay. Now he does his. I'll reveal mine in a moment. Try not to look at that one. Well, since that one flipped over on me, I'll just give him these two and get rid of that one. Okay. Now, let's see. Did I get the plague? I did not. I'm still at a 5. Whew. Okay. Kind of comforting. Okay, so those are done. Now we do the movement, starting with the birch cart. Moves 2. 1, 2. Now the next one is the cedar cart, red cart. We move 1. And now he's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be right up our butts. But I'm still in the lead, so I get the first move, the first action. So, let's go ahead and roll that. Oh, there's a chance he's going to be mingling, in which case I don't care. He can mingle all he wants. So, he can stay there and mingle all he wants. My question is, I have to decide what I'm going to do. So, actually, what I'm going to do for my action is, first off, is I'm going to push. And I'm going to end up pushing the bridesmaid off into the back of his wagon. So, I did that. But, before I end my turn, I am also going to do crushed emeralds. Crushed emeralds give you 1 extra movement action, elbow, dash, or push. So I'm going to play that one, and I'm going to push the Chandler into the next cart as well. So there you go. Y'all have fun back there. Leave me alone. So that would be my move. So now would be the Mason's move. The Mason will have to roll the apple of the cedar cart. Well, the one that's furthest ahead would be mine, actually. So he would be rolling the rat. So it's a red apple for them. Or for the cedar cart. And he gets to jump onto my cart. So he's up my butt now. Unless I do this, and I do. I whip. I block his action. So he gets back into his cart. I got a little aggressive there. I just knocked him all out. I was like, get out of my cart. Okay, so I blocked him, and now the Chandler's going to go. She's going to roll for the red cedar cart. And she gets a rat. So she doesn't move. So, no, that was the Chandler. Sorry, Chandler doesn't move. So now the bridemaid. Barmaid. Why do I keep saying bridemaid? Rolls the apple. Oh, wait, no, rolls the rat now because we got the rat. And the apple back. So you get to roll the rat. So that's that. Well, you guys are mingling again. And it's a rat, so you don't move. You guys can mingle all you want. Alright. So, there's that. There's that. And there's that. And there's that. For once I'm not mingling, so I'm happy. I ain't got to be in the mingle on this one. So, I'll mix up one more time for good measure. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Discard. Done. Okay, so now we move on. I am in the lead. Oh my goodness. Where did that one go? Okay, excuse me while I fetch my dice. Okay. Ow. Did that bump everything? It's not easy being a larger individual, is it? Alright, give me a second here. Nudge you back a bit. Fixture. No, the other way. Oh my god. Alright, just move the table. There. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. I had to fetch my card. Okay, we're just gonna re-roll these again. Okay. So we got 2 rats and an apple. And we got 2 apples and a cedar and theirs. Now, I want to get out now. So I got to start sprinting for the end. I don't know if I want to risk a mingle. But if I roll more dice for me as well, well, it's always a risk. They would have to roll my dice. So I'm just going to draw a remedy. This is the risk I'm playing here. That might help. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's my turn. Goes to the mason. He's going to roll the apple. He's got a rat. He doesn't move. So now it goes to the Chandler. She's going to roll one of my rats. Apple. And she's going to elbow up to the front. Elbow up. And now it goes to the bridemaid. Barmaid, who's going to roll my rat. And she gives me still a rat, but she doesn't move. So that's their turns are all done. No one is on the mingle on this one, so let's just go ahead and move the carts. I move 1. Cedar moves 3. 1, 2, 3. And they will move 2. So they are right here. Now, if you share the same spot, then it just goes by the lead order on the board. So Birch always front, Cedar always in the middle, Oak in the back. So that's the way it would always play out. So right now we're both on the same space. Moving into it. So I'm still in the lead. So I'm going to go first again. So we got red galore and a little bit of gray. I don't mind if the red moved because nobody's in it. These guys I got to keep off my butt. What I need to do right now is I'm going to hold on to this one. I don't want to play that one. I'm afraid they're going to get me sucked up in a mingle. So arsenic can be used to discard 2 and lock 2 dice, but I have nothing to lock. Movement right now on my part wouldn't really matter. They will be forced to move these die. So I'm just going to draw a remedy card. If we get something nice. And it's a repeat card. Not really what I wanted. Darn it, all the hell. Alright. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the plague before we get to the end. Kill the suspense right off. I know. I'm digressious. Okay. So then that's my turn. So we go to the Mason, who has to roll one of the red apples. And it's another red apple. So he's going to dash to my cart. And he's up my butt. But I'm going to whip him and put him back. Oh, that's me. You get out of my cart. So whip would block that movement. So now we go to the Chandler, who's going to roll a rat. And she will not move. And now the barmaid, I finally said it right this time, will roll the other apple with the red die. She will be another red apple. She will just elbow her way up to the middle of the cart. And that will do it for the turn. So I was able to keep them out of my cart again. Luckily for now. But they're going to bolt ahead of me. But even one of them's plagued. Then that's fine. If one of them's plagued. Which we're going to find out because they will be mingling. The odds are they will be plagued at this point. It's a good damn chance. But I've seen gameplays of this before where they would mingle. Never once catching the plague. So obviously it's going to be right there in the oaks. So we're just going to go ahead and just do shuffle. And drop 2 cards, and discard that card. Okay, now we take the movements. Birch don't move, cedar goes 3, 1, 2, 3. And now the oak, or gray, goes 1, 2, 3 to the 14. So they're on their way out the gate. Also, that means the Mason's going to go first on the rolls. So, we have 3 red, 1 white, and 2 gray. So there we go. So, sorry, I just realized I was shot there. There we go. A little bit off there, my apologies. Okay, so we got 1 white, 3 red, 2 gray. The Mason is going to roll for mine. Because he can't roll his own, so it's a rat. But he doesn't move. Now, they will roll again mine. It's going to be a red rat. So again, rat does not move. Now we go to the barmaid. Barmaid will have to roll for the red apple here. They roll a rat. Does not move. Now it is my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those alone on that one. I want to roll 2 of these cards. 2 of these dice. Well, I just want to roll 1, really. But if they're going to get out ahead of me, which I may let them do, then I'm going to go ahead and lock these 2 die with my ability, Arsenic. And I'm just going to roll these 2. That way they're guaranteed to mingle. Better off their chance to catch the plague so they can't win. So, roll it. And I get myself 2 apples. That was the best I could have hoped for. So now we move into the next phase, which is boom. Mingles. No mingles in the cedars. No one's been in the cedars since the beginning. None for me, but you guys get to mingle again. There we go. Throw one in the mix. Shuffle. Shuffle. Just in case I can't lose any. 1, 2 for you. 1, 2 for you. 1, 2 for you. And goodbye to you. Okay. So now it is movement time. First we're going to move the birch. Then we're going to move the cedar. And we move the oak. So if they get one or more, they're getting out. So this is going to end eventually anyway. Unless, of course, they don't get a roll. So my options here is, as I get to my turn, if they push anybody into me, I'm telling you right now, I'm in a lot of trouble there. I'm afraid I might have just toxified them. So let's see what happens. It all just comes down to the last spit. So, all right. So I got a apple. It's all apples. Oh, this is great. They're all going to be rolling. Yay! 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 Okay, so Mason's got to roll my right die. And it's a gray one. They're getting out so far. And it's an apple, so he gets to push her off and into my cart. That is not good. But there are other options I have as well yet. I'm not out of the game yet. So now it's going to be coming down to the Chandler. Chandler's going to roll for the cedar cart. She rolls a white apple, and she gets to move to the front of the cart. And I will push her ass off. No. Still have options. I still have options. Not out of the game yet. So now goes the barmaid. The barmaid's going to roll a birch die. And she's going to get a rat. So that's that move. But she doesn't move. So now it's my turn. I could roll, but I'm granting that these two have the plague. At least I'm hoping so. So what I'm thinking here is, my options are, I'm going to move one here, but the red's going to move 1, 2, 3. It's going to be ahead of us. So I can't do that. So I'm going to be playing original. I'm drawing a remedy card. Hopefully I get what I'm looking for. And I did. Crushed emeralds, because I need an extra move. I'm going to try and attempt to elbow my way to the front and push her off. If she dies with the plague, I can still leave without catching the plague. If I push her off and she doesn't have the plague, I die as shame. So here's what's going to happen right now. There are no mingles. White moves 1. Cedar moves 3. 1, 2, 3. And they are now out. So now we check the Mason's cards and the Barmaid's cards. If either one of them is not plagued, I lose. If they're both plagued, or at least one of them plagued, I can win. It just has to be one plagued character in that card. So let's check the Mason. Mason is, he's plagued like a bitch. And she is not plagued, but the Mason is. So, they die, or because they're plagued, they are out. So, the plague do not win yet. So, these are discarded. So, now it's going to be down to me and the Chandler, who is also going first, by the way. So, Chandler's going to roll her die. I'll do this. And we got that there. I really don't care about those dies. And then our apple there. Now, she can't roll my die. So she has to roll the next one in the line, which is going to be the cedar. She rolls that one. And it is an apple. Now, she can do this. Dash to this card. Which I'm totally fine with. Totally fine. So what I'm going to do, now that it's my turn, is I am just, because I don't have to push her off now. I'm convinced she has the plague. And she's going to cross that finish line. I'm just simply going to draw a remedy card. Is that going to work out any better for me? So, it moves to the birch cart. You are out anyways. And 2 for you. Boom, boom. You finish. As long as you got the plague, I can win. And the official ruling is the Chandler has the plague. So, Chandler is died. So now it comes down to this. I have to move. I could still be caught up in a mingle. I could still lose this. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does that rule still apply? No matter what, win condition are the same as normal, so play goes cause the entire card to die, and play to continue. So the regular win condition though is no, come on. Players who die at the finish line during a game must truly really save help. Either the second or third card do not escape within one additional round. They do not escape the town in time and automatically die. I forgot about that rule. Anyone who leaves the gate, even if they're plagued, game continues, but you only get one round to get out. They got out and plagued, even though I ain't got the plague, I'm locked in the city of Bristol. I still didn't win. Anyways, that was Bristol 1350. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that, and see you in the next one. Later.